the CNN has made a great accomplishment. They make Fox News seem fair and balanced. Everybody's probably heard about this controversy already, but like I'm gonna go explain the basics. So somebody made this GIF animation of Donald Trump from WWE, like from 10 years ago or something, and photoshopped the CNN logo on Vince McMahon and Donald Trump kicking his ass. And then CNN got all butthurt about it, and then they doxed the guy, found out his his information, and the Reddit user known as Han Asshole Solo, and anyway, they forced him to apologize and stuff, and to swear he won't do it again. And then there are, of course, blackmailing him, what's this, CNN blackmail, hashtag CNN blackmail, and they are apparently censoring it on Twitter. But anyway, and then there, this sentence: CNN reserves the right to publish his identity should any of that change. If his apology changes, or his remorse. And everybody's pointing out how the CNN is like a mafia and all that stuff, and it is true, certainly. But I do think this is sort of a distraction from bigger issues, because it's a very childish thing. Somebody makes a meme and then President Trump shares it, which is a bit weird. But then CNN goes all out with this. I do think there are probably more relevant things going on in the world, but I'm talking about it, so who am I to judge? But okay, before I go into this, I have to point out one point. This is one of the things I hate. I have to show you. Okay, I'm gonna reload this page, and then I'm gonna go read and stuff. Fuck. Now it doesn't work the way I don't want it to work, but often when you visit these pages and they have a video here, it starts playing automatically, and usually the sound is loud, and it doesn't start playing immediately always. So you're sort of hey, what's the sound? What is happening? What is going on? And it fucking pisses me off. If I visit a page that is not YouTube or a really obvious video page, I don't want any fucking video, or especially not any sound. I don't want to hear it. And this stuff pisses me off so much. I sort of want to give death penalty to anybody who bothers me in this way. If I want to read this article, why would I want to see this fucking video? Especially they try to force it, and it's so fucking annoying. Okay, let's go on. Anyway, so this CNN controversy crap, why it's I guess I want to share why I think is good and not good, or what might happen but probably won't happen. It's now people are probably saying that it's gonna undermine CNN's credibility and all that stuff, and of course it will. But I doubt it will make any big impact. Maybe let's say a week ago, if you did a poll or something on how many people think CNN is a credible source, in the Western world or America, whatever. Let's say a week ago, 50% of the people would say it's a credible source, but now after this controversy, maybe it's gonna be 45%. But in the end, I think CNN will just, it will be CNN and do more bullshit to draw attention to them, after a few weeks or something. I do think this is their new method of getting clicks to their site. They create bullshit controversies like this, and then people make videos about them, like myself, and complain about it, and make hashtags, and instead of reporting the news, they are creating news about, they do something stupid and then they try to cover it up or whatnot. And yeah, I do think it's sort of like a distraction. But like what I'd really like to see happen is see CNN destroyed because of all of the bullshit it has pulled over the years. Like even this, like it's like, okay, I hope somebody would like, actually sue them and like damage them seriously, because like they do seem to be threatening or blackmailing this guy, an asshole Solo. And well, for all I know, Han asshole Solo is actually like, I don't know, working for the CNN or whatever, some other news group to create this controversy, or like Southern Poverty Law Center or SPLC or whatnot. Like I don't know, like maybe it's he's in on it, or maybe they just saw like, hey, it's a slow news week, let's create a new controversy. I don't know, but like maybe it's all genuine. I don't know, but what I'd like to see happen is really like in recent years, partially thanks to Donald Trump, more and more people have begun to realize that many of these seemingly trustworthy news organizations are fake news. And well, I've known that long before Donald Trump, but like has started talking about it. But I still think it's not like, if you're gonna wait, like expect like some critical mass, like 90% of people think CNN is bullshit, and they will stop watching CNN, or like demanding that they get shut down or whatnot because they're like breaking some codes of conduct or whatnot. Like I don't think that's gonna happen, because I do think that the average idiot doesn't really they don't form their opinions on facts at all. Like and I might sound elitist or whatnot, but like I do think that I try to form my like opinions based on facts and stuff. And like let's say 15 years ago I thought BBC was a credible source, and maybe 10 years ago I was like, okay, there's some of these things that I don't really agree with, like they're questionable things. And because 15 years ago I was like in my late teens or whatnot, but now BBC, CNN, Fox News, like I guess nowadays Fox News is better than CNN, but it doesn't still mean it's good. Like 10 years ago I thought Fox News was so fake and shit, but now it seems less fake than CNN, which is disturbing. But yeah, they're all bullshit, and it's like there's no there's no getting around it. But still, I do think that the average idiot, they form their opinions basically on social pressure instead of facts. Like they see CNN, like this looks like a professional news site, and they obviously have a lot of money, and they have professionals. And when they compare the information they get from CNN to some random YouTuber or blogger or some amateur guy, like of course they are, CNN is more credible, they are professionals, look, they have all this, they have a
of government
they have
methods?
a nice communist star in the background, and they have a fancy studio, and all this crap. Like this is how the average idiot forms their opinion. Like and of course there are many degrees to it, but like people like that, when they see like Obama standing on a podium, and he had his calm manner and seemingly witty and all that stuff, they're like, oh, he's so smart. And then they see Donald Trump, they might he's behaving uncouthly, or also George W. Bush. And yeah, I'm certainly not, I don't know, saying that Bush is better or worse than Obama. I think they're more of the same, and I don't know if Trump is much better, but still, it's like that's how people, like a lot of people, they just form their opinions on this image, and also what the social implications of it are, because still, I guess the mainstream society thinks that mainstream media is credible and more credible than fake news and conspiracy theorists on the internet. So the average idiot, like even though, like, let's say they, deep down they have doubts about the credibility of mainstream media, but they don't dare really say it or even probably think it to themselves that yeah, this is not credible, because they don't want to say it out in public, because they know they will get like ostracized from society. And yeah, I do it to a certain degree. I don't say everything I think in public, because people wouldn't know what I mean, because everybody has their certain narrative, and if you threaten the narrative too much, then they get triggered and so on. But I do think that there is, like, some people, they just don't really understand even the concept of looking at evidence and changing your opinions based on evidence, because I try to do that. Of course, sometimes the evidence I see is wrong, and I make wrong interpretations, or I make mistakes, certainly, and but that's how I try to form my opinions. And to have an example, like, there was some psychological experiment or test back in the 70s, I think, of like a businessman attacking a punk at a bus stop or something, and then they had some people ask the eyewitnesses, like people who didn't know that it was an experiment. They asked them to tell what happened, and like most, if not all, said that the punk actually attacked the guy in the business suit, because of course a guy in a business suit is respectable and all that, but a punk is a random criminal or a thug or something, so they are not reliable. And this is how I think most people form their opinions. Of course, nowadays it might be more like the opposite, because of everybody's so rebellious, quote unquote, and whatnot. So maybe they think that nowadays punks are more respectable than businessmen. And hey, maybe it is true, but still, you cannot just form your opinions based on somebody's appearance. Like if you really do care about, like, facts and all that shit. So yeah, this is why I don't think that this whole controversy over this GIF and CNN being mafia blackmailing people to be silent, I don't think it's gonna make any difference. I hope it would. Like, I hope people actually, I don't know, take it far enough. Like, I know that people on the chance, some anonymous image boards, they are trying to dox CNN people and whatnot, and I don't know where it's gonna lead or whatnot. But yeah, I just want to see, like, something, not just like make jibes, like just some insults and witty memes against CNN. It's not enough. Like, these big organizations like CNN and BBC and whatnot, they have been culpable in all of this globalist propaganda, and whether it's promoting mass immigration or LGBTQPI agendas and or transgenderism and whatnot, like, they're all part of the same elite. And I'd like to see some actual punches, some actual damage done to them, and not just like a bit more people are that doubt their credibility, because in the end it doesn't matter, because, well, if if they can have like the still the mainstream semblance of credibility, it won't affect the bigger picture.